Okay guys, here we have the, it's an Apollo. It's made by a company called Ideafly, right here. It's got a GPS built in. There's the Apollo logo on this thing. And the problem with these things is hobby people sold a bunch of early versions that the firmware was wrong and there was no way to update it because you have to send it in for a firmware update, and it just doesn't function correctly. You can't get it calibrated. It won't fly by the GPS. So, if you're one of those lucky folks, you'll have to send this thing in, have the firmware updated, or have it replaced. All right. So, another challenge with this piece is the fact that the directions don't match, and the videos that they have up online don't match how to calibrate. So I'm going to teach you how to calibrate your GPS compass on this particular machine. So what you're going to do is look at the radio. It has a 3-position switch. Okay. Now you can fly this thing with Futaba or Spectrum. You just need to change the receiver inside, and you need to get to channel 5, and put a 3-position switch on it, up, middle, and down. Okay. This is how you're going to calibrate. Now the previous instructions say you have to have the throttle all the way up and wait for red LEDs and all that kind of stuff. You don't. On the bottom of this thing, there's an LED. Okay. It's a multicolor LED, red and green, and you need some way to see it. They should have installed another LED. They're cheap, so you have one on the top and one on the bottom so you can see what's going on. So what you need to do is use some sort of mirror. I use a CD. Just lay it down on here so I can take a peek at that GPS from a vertical point. So to start off, you want your 3-position switch in the up position, and you want to turn your radio on. Make sure your throttle is down. Okay. With that done, you're going to plug it in, and it's going to initialize. Okay, now you got a blinking red LED. What you need to do is, with this in the up position, you need to go 3 times. Not too fast or not too slow, but 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And the LED will turn green. Now we need to rotate this horizontally 3 times. It can be more than 3, but a minimum of 3. 4 or 5 is fine. So just rotate it around. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Let's just go 4 or 5 here. 4 and 5. Okay. Now we're going to look at the LED. It's solid green, and we're going to go 3 more flips on the radio. 1, 2, 3, and it's going to go out. Okay. If you go too slow, it won't work, and if you go too fast, it won't work. Now we're going to take this machine and we're going to go vertical. Now take the props and put them just like this, so you can get in there easily. They recommend that you grab the tail of this thing. I like to grab the lead right on the LiPo, not on the one going on the inside of the machine, but right on the LiPo itself. Okay, and we're going to rotate it 3 times. That's 1 and a half. There's 2, 3. I'm just going to keep going. 4 and 5. Okay, so we've rotated it, leaving it in the vertical. We need to do our 3-position switch again. Make sure it's in the vertical. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now the LED is going to remain solid. You need to lay it down. Okay. And set it flat and look at the LED. Between 15 and 45 seconds, that LED is going to give you like 1.5 soft flashes, and then it's going to flash 3 pulses. So we'll let it wait. Oh, sorry. We'll just wait. I need the Jeopardy music. Poor attempt at humor there. So, yeah, you just wait. I think it's kind of ridiculous that they don't offer a set of instructions or a video to do this, and that you have to figure it out on your own or work with somebody over the phone to get this thing figured out. But that's what they've got for you. Okay, there's my 1.5 flashes, and now it's going to go 3. 1, 2, 3. Now the GPS is calibrated. Let's talk about the flight modes. With this switch in the up position, okay, this is manual mode, and to arm the machine on a mode 2 radio, it's outright both, and then if you bring the throttle up, it will rotate. Now if you don't touch the sticks for 6 seconds, it disarms. Alright, so now it's going to be disarmed. Now if you put it in the middle position, this is the GPS mode. This will give you altitude hold and position hold, so that means it shouldn't drift. Now, a word of caution, when you first calibrate this thing, it's not going to lock onto all the GPSs. So if you let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes, it will acquire more GPS signals. If you want to fly it, you can fly it around, and about a quarter of your pack through the battery during your flight, it will lock on more GPS, and you'll get a more stable position and vertical hold. Now, if you want to return to home, you put the switch all the way to the bottom, and it will return to home. Now, if it starts drifting and going crazy, don't worry, you can still override it with your radio, your joysticks, and put it in position you want. So that's it. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys that are having a hard time calibrating your GPS on your Apollo. Take it easy.